21 bucks. 262.9 a gallon. Not too bad. We went ahead and picked up the trees. There's 4 of them, and this is the American hollies. You're probably looking at about 300 pounds a piece.
That's not
American hollies. So, but we got a couple of issues that I ran into this morning or this afternoon after I had talked to you guys over there at the gas station. And that is, well, for one, with all last night's rain, it wouldn't be a good idea to be putting an excavator over here. I think it would just tear a lot of stuff up. But there is no excavator. So I went to 2 different places and called the 3rd place, and nobody has one for rent. They're all rented out. Kind of crazy. I've never actually had this much trouble of renting an excavator. So I'm gonna have to get on this ASAP early into this upcoming week. Dust. So the plan is we're gonna go ahead and just unload them, and we're gonna put them there in the corner, right here in the corner of the driveway, and just let them sit there. We're gonna water them, of course, before we leave. They should be fine to sit there for the next 2-3 days. And if I have to, we'll be back here Monday mowing, I think, so we'll water it again. But sucks when things don't go according to plan. Had to bungee those 2 up so that way they're secure. I put a rock. I put a rock on this one so that way it wouldn't go this way, and this one seems to be just sitting fine, and so is that one. But we're gonna go ahead and water them down a little bit before we take off. And this is a project, obviously, it's gonna have to go into next week. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. Yes, let's grab a water hose and just right down there around the root, around the base, throw a little water, because I'm not sure the last time that they did it over there at the place where we picked it up. And these are actually okay to sit for a little while like this. They can honestly go for a week or 2 from what they told me, as long as you keep them straight up and you keep them watered. Good morning, ninjas. Good morning, Sassy.
Oh, good morning.
So we just wrapped up this yard right here. Well, it's not the yard, it was a gutter job. This is actually a customer of mine that I've had now for 2-3 years, and they only call me for the gutter cleaning. So that is what we did. So you guys saw, you know, started this video that what we did yesterday. I was so stressed out. I didn't achieve anything, well, except delivering those trees. So on our way home, I told him, I was like, we're done. How you doing this morning, Sass?
Oh, I'm good.
I almost said goodbye.
We got high on a saving Saturday. I'm ready to roll.
Saving Saturday, that's right. You're high?
No, we got high.
Oh, we got high.
Climbing the ladder.
I was about to say, man, drug test?
We can.
We can?
As long as you don't test for cheeseburgers and milkshakes, I think we're gonna be okay.
What about Coke?
Coke. No, Diet Coke maybe.
Oh.
Maybe I've had a little regular Coke. Just a little though.
We'll see you at the next one.
No, not today.
What are you doing still here?
Working.
What? You never work this late.
I do.
What?
I go to work.
Oh, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
The wife has the kids.
Wife has the kids. I have a work.
You have at work. How you been?
Doing good.
Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you, buddy.
Thank you, Sammy, for the big winner.
Thank you.
All right. Sassy, your gloves are matching your safety vest.
You must coordinate.
Must
And
coordinate.
nothing else in life, right? Coordinate.
Okay. All right, ninjas. So this is the new one that I had quoted the other day, but I didn't get a chance to record. And it's a pretty big yard as far as mowing, and then you've got this slope, which I'll be able to get a lot of it with the right, maybe not right around where the tree is, because there's like some bricks and rocks. It's a pretty good sized yard. Right here, a little fenced in area. We do have to weed eat all this in here. I didn't bring my 36 today, and I don't think a 52 will fit in here. And quite frankly, I wouldn't even want to put a mower in there. I'm not sure what all is in there, so we're just gonna have to weed eat all that. But yeah, so he'll trim a lot of the smaller stuff, And then when it comes to the bigger stuff, like right there, we'll have to take the chainsaw and just some pruners, clippers, and knock them out and put them by the road. We're not hauling nothing off. But yet,
that van.
huh?
I need that van.
You need that van? Why?
Repaint it black. Paint a picture of myself shirtless riding a unicorn on the side of this thing. It's a shaggin' wagon.
Shaggin' wagon.
Baby, that's awesome.
Hey, Sass. Yeah, get back to trimming. This ought to be fun. Let's get started.
Leave me this lonely will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This lonely will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me.
This was really overgrown and it's very easily noticeable, right? So what I wanted to talk about today is make sure you quote accordingly. Otherwise, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. The easiest way that I can share with you of how to quote is when you pull up at a yard, know what you're working with. You have to look at this yard and go, how long will it take me to be here? 1 hour? 2 hours? 3 hours to complete this to where it's satisfactory to you. A lot of businesses, I think, get discouraged. They either run out of funds or they just don't think that they're making any money and they get discouraged and then they shut down. And that's all because of pricing, right? Money. I've said it many times before, you have to feed your business and yourself. Okay, you have to make enough money to cover your fuel, your wear and tear, if you have employees, and then of course you have to make money at each yard, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to keep your business open. I think that's what happens when people underquote and they don't make enough, and especially if they don't learn and they keep doing it, they get discouraged really quickly and they shut down. So quoting is the key. So when you're quoting, and if you think a yard's going to take you 30 minutes, add about another 15 to 20 minutes to your quote. Okay, it's not going to make a dramatic difference in your pricing to the customer, but it will make a dramatic difference for you if you run into something and find out that it's taking a little longer than you anticipated to begin with. That means I quoted this yard for 4 hours. Okay, 2 hours of mowing and weed eating, 2 hours of brush cleanup, removal, bring it down to the road, weed eat the inside of the fence, and clean everything up. Now, are we gonna be here 4 hours? Probably not. We're probably gonna be here 2.5 to 3. But you know what? That's what you got to do to freaking get ahead and cover your butt. And an extra hour is not gonna be a dramatic difference for the customer, especially when you're dealing with a yard like this. All right, ninjas, it's a wrap. We just got done. So I ended up, of course you saw me mowing, and then I ended up weed eating the whole thing. And Sassy focused on inside the fence over here because it took a while because there was a bunch of stuff. And there's the brush, of course. Now we can actually see what's in here. I guess I'll go ahead and just quickly walk around and show you. So the only other thing left for today is to go knock out a super small mulch job. And as I was telling you ninjas earlier, when I said, I think I already mentioned it, give yourself extra time when you're quoting for yards like this. I really meant for overgrown yards like this. It won't make a difference an extra 30 minutes to an hour to your customer on a quote when you're dealing with an overgrown yard like this. Now, when you're just quoting a regular maintained yard, you got to be really a little bit more precise. But when you're dealing with a super overgrown yard like this, they already know it's overgrown and they know they're going to have to pay. So if you throw in there an extra 30 minutes, 45 minutes to just make sure you don't lose money, and as you continue to do it, you'll get better and better at it and you'll get more accurate with your pricing. But yeah, give yourself extra time. So if you think something is, for example, 100 bucks, maybe 150 or 175 wouldn't hurt if you're dealing with an overgrown yard, or if you're dealing with a yard like this and you know it's a big yard and you know it's going to take some time and it's overgrown, and you're thinking this is like 200-300 bucks, maybe 350, 375, or 4. You know, it's just throwing out numbers to give you an example. I just think it's really important because that's how people lose money and they get out of business, because they get depressed, they get pissed off, discouraged, because they're not making any money. You know, if you're here 2-3 hours and you're making 100 bucks, or even if you're here 2-3 hours and you're only making 250 bucks, and also depends on your overhead. So if you're a smaller business, that might be okay, but if you're got an employee or two, you got some equipment that's pretty good equipment, and you got payments, truck, whatever, you got a little overhead on you, you have to keep that in account. So all right, we're out of here. Just finished this. That's all it is just these 3 little beds. But the cool thing is you show up to do a job and the customer happens to be home, and then they add more work to you. Not today, but isn't that awesome? Ooh, B. So if you look right there in the corner of the fence line, that little corner, they wanted all that brush basically cleaned up and hauled off. And you know what the best part is? When you have customers that trust you, they don't even question the price. Like, they didn't even question me for this mulch. They didn't question me for that. They just said do it, because they trust that you're on point with your prices and that you're going to give the best price that you can. That's loyalty, man. That's loyalty at its finest. All right, ninjas, it's a wrap. We're done. What a week. It's been a great week except yesterday, and we got a lot done. Got a lot of stuff out the way except those trees, but it overall turned out to be a pretty good week, I gotta tell you. What do you think, Sass?
Oh, it was. It's gonna be beautiful next week.
Yeah? They're calling for rain on Palm Monday.
That's a weatherman?
Yeah. No. They are 90%.
Yeah, he's probably wrong. You know, he's probably 9 and he got his numbers backwards on a little computer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
You know how I think he does his job?
How?
I think he's got one of those see and says, and he just pulls the lever and it says, today it's gonna rain, tomorrow it'll be cloudy. That's how the weatherman gets his job done right there.
How'd you like that cleanup?
Oh, it's not. We love cleanups.
Yeah.
Yeah, take an old ugly yard, make it look brand new. We love that.
Yeah. Sassy was clock sucking in that fence line the whole time.
We roll up on there, we gonna pimp your yard.
No, we did good. He really did a good job on the cleanup and weed eating and mowing. We were both saying as we were leaving, we completely like changed that whole yard. It actually turned out to be the nicest yard in the neighborhood. Natureman with Sassy!
You know, I'm glad you brought that
Okay.
up. Do you know a tiger's legs are so strong that sometimes even when they die, they're still standing up?
What? Tigers' legs are so strong when they die, they stand up.
Oh yeah, almost always.
I want to say that you've done this one before.
I don't remember. You know, that could be true, or you've been to the mall lately.
Why?
A lot of them men waiting on their women to come outside the store, they already dead too. They're still standing up. So that's probably what it is.
Hey, in case you did end up doing that one before, you got another one?
Oh, you know I don't yet, but I just got a new notification. There's a new show coming out on Animal Planet, so I'll be excited.
But there is an update, ninjas. There is an update. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, it would help if we knew what size box it was in.
Like this.
That figures.
See you, ninjas. Thanks for watching. Peace.